I'm Trueax, writer of contemporary and historical romances. I like to call my romances hybrid romances, partly because I see that there's an element in them that fits the romance genre, say Rosemary Rogers, one of the first who wrote in this genre, but also Mary Alice Monroe, who writes stories just about people and this dilemma they're going through. Could be any situation that they're facing. And Westerns. I think that all my stories kind of fit into all of those. In the essence, though, they are contemporary or historical. They are the stories of the emotional connection between two people, and they are basically fairy tales for adults. There's an aspect of them that is kind of better than life, and another aspect that's worse because there's always more complications for these people than a lot of people experience as they come together in a loving relationship. The other thing that I have pretty much in all of my books is what is called the hero's journey. It's where you start out with your character in one place and they are experiencing life in a certain way. And usually they're dissatisfied or they don't know yet that they need something more in their life. And then along comes this experience of love and it sends them off on the hero's journey. And through the end, by the end of the hero's journey, they will be stronger for what they have gone through and what they have learned. It is a part of the elements of a romance that make a romance have more depth to it than maybe people tend to think of romances as having. And there is this, yes, there's an emotional roller coaster of uh, hormones run amok, but there is also character development. The other thing that I like to put in my stories, and I have it in all of them, is an element of danger. I think this comes out of my childhood where I used to watch these old movies, with Humphrey Bogart and uh, Gary Cooper. And the heroes were always facing something that they had to do, clean up a town maybe, or, had a mob that was after them or something. There was always something. And in my stories, there will always be something. Might be nature. Just might be that that's the thing they have to overcome. But whatever it is, there will be this element of danger because I like that challenge to be placed there. And this is kind of probably comes out of my reading of Westerns, Zane Grey and Louis L'Amour, because there was always this, not only the danger, but the love. There's usually a love story in a lot of those books, but also a sense of place. And I feel that that's very important in my books too. I'm very big on nature. I live on a ranch. So nature is an important part of any story that I write, a sense of place where it's at. And I like to have my stories well grounded in where they are based. And then also, even if my hero happens to be a high school principal or a mechanic, I don't care what he is, at his heart, he is a cowboy. And to me, cowboy means the kind of man who will buckle down, do whatever he has to do, regardless of how easy it is to do it when the time comes that it's needed. He's the kind of guy that goes in when other people run out. And that's the kind of hero I like to write about. But I also like to write about women who are like that. Strong women, not necessarily warrior women, but women who will, when something goes wrong, when it's tough, they will be there and they will do their end of it. Sometimes they'll even save the hero's life. I think that writing about strong people in strong situations is what makes being a writer an enjoyable experience.